The fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
The fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, everyone. Kia ora tātou, no mai haere mai, and welcome to this episode where we're actually unpacking where to next. Kelsey?
This is the last one.
One last time. I'm done.
Great. So this actually is the last episode, I guess, but not really. It's the thing we're going to release
For
as
season 1.
part of season 1
Mm.
of Fuck You podcast.
Yes, and the reason why we're a little bit like, it's because I think we're mentally not ready to close this chapter.
Yeah.
But we're recording this because I think it's a must that we actually explore this side of our conversations.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
And I guess the only appropriate way to start this is to actually be really, really grateful and appreciative to the people that have added value to our journey along the way.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
Right?
And obviously, those first people,
Mm-hmm.
everyone that came in actually shared with us.
I mean, we've said it before and we say it again and we'll continuously say this. We're so thankful for the taonga that all our guests have been able to gift us. We actually consider them gifts and we really take them. Well, there was a sense of personal responsibility
For
attached
sure.
to all of the stories that was gifted to us.
So first, we had Kate Hanara,
Rosalie Norton,
Horo Mona Horo,
Juliana Brown,
Jordan Tuitama,
Gemma Major,
Stephen Yu,
Louise Hart,
Michael Moore,
Amanda Ratuki,
Dujon Cullingford,
Tash Allen,
Benny Marama,
Rose Masters,
Megan Rogerson Berry,
Mayoro Barton,
Patricia Gleeson,
Rafaela Luna Bizano,
and Tuihana Ohia.
and last but not least, Kent Macpherson.
So Kent, our dear friend Kent, is actually one of the other people that we're going to mihi to a little bit more as well. So Kent was kind of our first person who came through and was like, sick, like, let's, like, I'll support you. Because he is a music tutor and he has skills that obviously we don't. And he knows how to use all this gear that we have no clue how to use.
None whatsoever.
And he was our first person that was kind of like our first cheerleader. It was like, yeah, I can help. And it took him all of probably maybe an hour of being like, okay, you do this and you do this and you do this. And then you like export there and then you like, you go edit or however you want to do that. And I'm just really blessed that he was willing to take that time because that 1 hour that he gifted us has now given us the opportunity to springboard off and give so much more than an hour,
Hard.
Yeah.
And please, if you can hear the depths of gratitude and what Kelsey just said, because there's so many levels of gratitude and appreciation, just because it's like that ripple effect. That 1 hour turned into multiple 1 hours, 20 episodes worth of 1 hours. So to me, and it's just continuously going. So to me, that's definitely one of the great, I guess that was him watering the idea and watering the seed that we planted, or you planted.
Yeah. And along with Kent, there was also a couple other people. David Sidwell.
Oh, thank you so much. We had a hui with David Sidwell right at the beginning, and he made it so much easier because the hui, we thought it was going to be really official, and we had our argument set and ready to...
Not argument, we had our pitch ready.
Yes, great framing actually. And then as soon as we got there, all he said was, is this for community or not? Luckily for us, this is for the community, by the community.
Yeah.
So to us, that's exactly where we have situated ourselves. Was there anything else?
And he essentially gifted us this studio to do the season.
Yeah.
With no restrictions. And was just like, yeah, cool, go do it.
Done.
I'm like, oh my gosh. part of this little crew as well was Jason Long.
Oh, thank you so much.
Who gave us some really great little nuggets, like don't pop your peas. And a few other little guides as well.
And I think between him and Kent, they've really made it safe for us to actually, take ownership of the space as well and make it our own.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. And then there's also Brad Morgan, who helped us with like bookings and stuff when we couldn't get here to actually physically book the room. So thank you, all of you, for all of your support, really, to, like the technical side of the podcast, like actually helping us and expand our knowledge in this space.
Also, a massive thank yous to the team at Acast, because Acast is our biggest distributor, and we're just really thankful that Kent plugged us into that to that knowledge base, and that's really uplifted us in our journey. And then at the same time, I guess Canva and Instagram and Facebook for doing for helping us paint the picture of the whākau. Thank you so much for that.
And I guess like the other people to recognise are the people that actually supported Malusia and I, or Joseph and I, on this little wee journey. For me, I really want to thank my parents and my brother and my sister for all of the lived experiences that they gifted me over the 26 years. And just affirming me and telling me that I can do whatever I want to do, and that's expanded into now this. I also really want to thank Natalie Freeman.
You know who you are.
For just like being there when I'm excited about something or something cool's happened, and I can just talk to her and be like, hey, like this thing happened today, and she's so excited for me. And just like looking after Leo, my little dog, when I'm here. Just being like a constant source of friendship. And like not just surface level friendship, but like that bitch is my sister.
Yeah.
And the last little mahis to my little boy Leo. Leo is a dog, in case you were wondering.
Still family.
But yeah, he's my little guy, and he's always just like excited to see me after like a long day of recording, or we've maybe hit a hui online and he's just like there, just chilling. Yeah, my little fella. Yeah, and then my last thanks goes to Jean, my grandma.
Love you, Jean.
There was times when I couldn't leave Leo at home. And she's always like, yeah, just drop him off. Yeah, she's always just so supportive and always so excited. And I showed her how to make. My grandma is 74 years old, and I taught her how to pull up Spotify on her iPad because she wanted to be able to listen to it.
Oh,
she was like so supportive. Yeah,
love you, Jane.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess to me, I'd love to thank the people at home first. So my partner, as well as my sister, Isabel, you know who you are, as well as Susanna and Mo. Thank you so much for just allowing me to freeball some ideas with you, and at the same time, the way that you catch me in certain different spaces and places. I know you might have not felt like it's support, but to me, just acknowledging that I'm there and just also feeding me whatever juice you have to feed me, I'm really thankful for that. Super thankful to my partner. Like, there's a lot of things that I'm continuously learning about myself and continuously learning on how to be a better partner as well, and also how to be a better human in general. So I think it's good when you have someone who has got the ears to listen, but at the same time, man, I'm actually quite lucky to have someone that doesn't think like me, and that's willing to work with me at the same time. So I think I only used to focus on the first part, but I think the second part is that willingness to work and move, and that difference is something that's really uplifted my experience with my partner as well as people around me. I'm so thankful to my mum and my father as well. This opportunity has actually gifted me the courage to actually reach out to them and connect in a meaningful way. And that's something that I purely gift to this project, that I picked up my kahunas to even approach that conversation with my mum and my father. So thank you so much for teaching me and allowing me to grow, and at the same time calling me back in so that, you know, I can receive the love that they have for me, because it's all love. Like, I can feel it, and I can appreciate it from a different worldview now. My grandma, my grandpa, like mapinga whaafuaksha, au tapu e te whakse wanaka hoa heisi awa mau a tohunga hoi ka ngsia kokon poe got inare ne aus e ium singo me im gia tilele ni tiraksa ti orisima. So what I'm saying is that I'm really thankful and I miss my grandparents. I don't like, what I was saying is that sometimes I look out to them and I'm always wondering if they, like, you know, if I'm doing the right thing by them, or if I'm doing justice, or if I'm doing anything right. And then I realize that, you know, they've taught me everything that they can, and whatever decisions I have made is the only decision that can be made. So it's yeah, I'm so thankful yet again to this podcast and this journey with you, Kelsey, because yeah, I've been able to see myself and to embrace that I'm not just the person my mind paints me out to be, or the person that other people paint me out to be, and that I can be self-determining in that. And I think it's an ongoing conversation, but I'm really, I've just never felt so alive. And I couldn't do that without the recipe of this podcast and the recipe of this journey. So thank you so much for tapping me in, Kelsey. And the last person that I would love to thank is you, because
oh my god, stop.
no, I really do. And it's there's many reasons why I need to thank you, but I think being honest and open about my gratitude is just, thank you for seeing me. Thanking for you for just allowing me to be. And just thank you so fucking much for having the brave heart. And your brave heart is silent, and you invited me in to that. You know, I think you really taught me that, you know, being brave and being courageous doesn't have to be always out loud. And that's a beautiful thing, because I think I'm so used to having to fight for my bravery and fight for my courage. So thank you so much for stretching me. I got new stretch marks because of you, so it's your fault. Because we love food, but thank you for stretching me and continuously stretching me. And I hope that you can feel the space in my love and in my heart for you, and in my homelands or anywhere that I am. There's always a space for you. Always. And I can say that with courage and with the complete consciousness that I know who I am and who you are in this moment. Anyways. Love you.
Love you. Thank you. You bitch.
Actually, I'm gonna I'll give you some clicks for that, because it's the first time you stayed in that uncomfortable space.
It took a lot, to be honest.
You need a nap now.
Yep. I'm really grateful for you too. I know you always say that, like, this was my idea, but it wouldn't have come, like, without you. And the idea of doing a podcast kind of was from somebody else who said that they were interested in starting one. Emily, hi, thank you for the nugget. But when I thought about it, like, in a context for myself, there's no way that this was going to be done without you. It wouldn't have been a thing. And the value that you've added and the value that you've brought in to this space is irreparable from anybody else. Like, no one else could have done that. And I'm just so, like, I was so thankful that I get to call you, like, my friend and my brother and my, like, family.
Do you notice me right now?
Yeah.
This is my new strength. You know that I'm a crier, so I'm like this.
I know.
How the fuck am I not crying?
Like, bitch, leave me alone out here.
No, but this is my new strength, and I'm not kidding you. This is what I'm talking about, and being stretched. Like, all of the times I've been holding space for other people, like, it's like almost like it's teaching me. I don't like using this word because I'm still in tension point with this word, but it's like it's giving me resilience to hold people in this space as opposed to. And then all of a sudden I'm crying at really random weird spaces.
On the toilet.
Well, going back to Tuihana's podcast, like out of random, I was like, oh, I didn't know that was going to catch me. But yes, so thank you so much. My lack of crying is not because I don't love you. It's because I'm really trying to embrace the fact that we don't actually say these type of things to each other much. And to me, I feel like it goes without saying that that's how we feel. But it's really good to hear.
Love you.
Love you too. What is next for the Fuck You?
On the 27th of March, we're going to have a little event to celebrate in community. Just the amazing people that have come through to share their stories. And just to come through in a community around the kaupapa. We're going to be facilitating a little summit. So if you're interested, please do definitely come through for that. And at that event, we're also going to be releasing into the public domain a report that we've, mostly Joseph, has collated about, our methodology, how we did, what we learnt, an answer to the question, what does equity and support look like for various communities coexisting in one society? First time I've been able to remember that all season. At the end. Good job. And actually answering that in a meaningful and in-depth. And we are going to be offering that to the community. This is an open source framework. Anybody can take it. Anybody can run with it. We are not precious about this. We understand that we add value from our lived experiences and we want other people to be able to do the same. So that will be available online all over the place. So take what you want. Please just mihi back to us if and when you do use it. But yeah, this is, like we've said the whole time, this is by community for community. So we'd love to see you there if you're willing to come. All the info is all over the place. 27th of March from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Te Kupumani o Kirikiriroa, which is actually the birthplace of oh my gosh.
You can do it.
It's the birthplace of this podcast. So that's where the initial, and oh my goodness, I cannot England.
It's a good thing. You're decolonizing.
It was where the initial conversation was between Joseph, Malucio and myself around, hey, do you want to do this thing? It's a podcast. Yeah, all good. That was it. Project started.
Done.
So that's the first next thing. And then what we're going to do is we're going to, at that stage, at the 27th of March, everything will be out and released and the report will be available to the community. So season 1 on the 27th of March will be complete. We will have one completed body of work of 20 episodes with guests, 26 episodes in total, and a community report available. Holy shit.
That's massive. And the only reason, one of the many reasons why this is massive is because this is the first time, I guess, me and Kelsey, and I don't know about you, but specifically for me, it's the first time I'm stepping out on my own knowledge that I would love to gift back.
Yeah,
and
for
not
sure.
knowledge that's mine, knowledge that's the collective, and I think
and it was gifted to us, so we need to gift it back.
And I guess in a way, it's dismantling that accessibility conversation, and to us, that's really important. And at the same time, when we say that, the whākī can be molded into anything, I think the whākī concept and the whākī framework, anyone can adopt. It's an invitation for a conversation that anyone has had in the whākī. I guess the underlying assumptions is that you have whākī conversations to have. And that's an assumption that we both know willingly and are very 100% transparent that that's an assumption that we've just always had, because we've had our own conversations, and it just happened that we found people who had the same type of idea or whakaaro around what whākī means.
Yeah.
What's our next?
We want some time to reflect. So we're going to take a wee break after the 27th of March 2021. And we're going to take a break with the intention to stop, reflect. What did we learn? What did we think we did well? And we've asked this feedback from each of our guests as well. What do we think we could do better? And how are we going to do it differently for the next season? So we need some time on our own and then time together to go over that. We don't have a time frame of that at this stage. But we're definitely coming back. 100%. There's no way that we're not. we just want to kind of make sure that we're doing the best that we can to serve our community.
And that involves making sure that we have everything that we can so that we can actually better serve our communities, because I feel like in a way the things that we're not talking about in the hidden T's and C's is that this is all made from love, and the love of our people and the love of Kelsey and myself.
Yep.
And that's something that we acknowledge, and at the same time I think if we didn't make it out of love, it would have felt like an actual project. Like an end and a start, and to us that's there's no time limit to this to these conversations
at all. Yeah.
But yes, I totally back you. We are coming back with a vengeance, kind of like that itchy scratch that always comes back. We will be back. I don't know why I said that framework.
That's weird.
Yeah, well, here I am.
You'll have a better one next time.
Yes, but at the same time, please know that open resource, please just tap into it.
We don't want to be the gatekeepers of the knowledge that we have been gifted. So take it and run with it. If you need some support, please let us know. It's not about us. It's about community. So, do whatever you want with it. I guess then the next thing would be season 2.
We've been bouncing ideas around what season 2 could look like, and I guess to us, and to hold respect so that we don't over promise and underperform.
Oh my gosh, yes,
which is something that we don't want to do. We're still hashing those out, but please know that the season 2 we're looking at different ways to hold these conversations, and we also are looking at different ways we can invite more than just one guest and me and Kelsey. So we're still having conversations about everything, and nothing's landed yet. But please know that season 2 is already a thought. Yeah. And we can't wait. I actually can't wait to see what the recipe for season 2 looks like.
Yeah, same.
Because I feel like the recipe for season 1 was just so juicy, and we were so
ignorant.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I was going to say adaptable, but...
Oh, that too.
Ignorant is definitely one of the biggest words. And then at the same time, I think I've been stretched in the way that I tell stories and the way that I relate to stories. So that's something that I'm really thankful for. And I've been surprised that, I thought I was a good conversationalist. And then I'm like, oh, actually, there's some things that I can work on. You?
Something I really want for season 2 is to, like you said, bring more than just one person in. and what that looks like, we're still exploring. And we definitely don't want to overpromise and underdeliver, so we're going to keep those quite tight right now. But yeah, I'm really excited to, like you said, see what it looks like. We've learnt a lot over the last 8 months in season 1, and I think, yeah, I'm definitely a reflective person, so I want some time to be able to think about how we did what we did and how we can do it better, and what we did well and all those kinds of things,
And I think it's at the same time it's really good that we step away so that we can actually focus on how all of those gems relate to our life outside of the podcast. Because to me, I don't want us to be in a space where we just keep on, well, I guess we'll burn out really quickly if we just keep on trying to produce knowledge just for knowledge's sake, as opposed to giving time to, move a couple of things around and to have shifts happen in our spaces so that we can actually understand, okay, we're doing this for authentic, genuine reasons.
Yeah, 100%.
Apart from that, what is next for you?
For me, I already kind of touched on it in the first post-season thing. But yeah, a lot of life changes on my side. And just kind of doing my own mahi, which is all very exciting. If you want to hear more about it and all that shit, just jump back a few.
Yeah.
I don't need to rehash it all. But I'm really looking forward to the 27th to be able to come through and celebrate in community with everybody, and kind of having that as a final celebration with everyone that was involved. Because I feel like we've had our little celebrations along the way, and like today we're gonna, have a little high five or whatever, and maybe a little cry, just to celebrate the end of recording. But to come together and with all the people that have supported us as well, to be there for that, I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, same.
Oh my gosh,
this is it.
I know. It's kind of unreal to think like this is our last little jam in the studio for a while.
Yeah, the studio definitely doesn't feel as daunting as it used
Foreign.
to. Yeah. I guess that's probably, I feel like I'm more comfortable in the studio. But I think anywhere where I'm with you, I feel comfortable.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
I don't really, I wouldn't push that further. But yeah, for me, I guess what's next for me is I'm hoping to push out a master's this year. So I've got.
Not hoping you will.
Yes, thank you for. I will be pushing out a master's thesis this year, and that topic's just around. I'm still working on that, but it's uplifting the return migration story to Kirikiriro and Waikato. So to me, I think it's really important that we acknowledge already the tangata whenua that's been here in Kaitiaki and protecting the lands. And at the same time, I also want to enrich my people's plight to say, hey, we've come this far. Our intelligence has actually got us this far. And, look at what setting up what return community in Kirikiriro / Waikato could look like. So to me, that's something that's really close to home, and it's actually really close to kind of similar notions to whākī in terms of, I don't think, there's a lot of conversations that we haven't had yet as the Ritterman community, especially within the Motu, and then in our favorite word, diaspora.
Diaspora.
So,
diaspora.
So that's my next steps, and then at the same time I'll be working and earning money and paying bills just like everyone else. So if you're on that waka, I'm sending you love and grace and light.
Yeah.
But yes, thank you so much for joining us, and if you got us this far, kia ora, and we hope that you're having whākī conversations with the people that you love around you. And at the same time, please know that Kelsey and myself are so grateful that we're being received, and if you come this far, you've definitely listened to everything that we've had to offer. So
yeah,
kia ora.
Thank you, for everyone that supported the podcast by listening. and engaging online and commenting on like Facebook and Instagram or liking our pages or whatever, like all of that does really help get it a little bit further. So I guess that's us, right? Yes. Oh my God, this is so weird. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Oh my God. Fuck you.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Fuck you. Holy fuck. We did it.
Yes!